The room is finally quiet now. Your shadow left with everyone. Empty glasses on the floor, but I still hear you at the door. I told myself I'd be okay. I practiced all the words to say, but every sentence falls apart when silence reaches for my heart. And I know you're already gone, but my mind keeps holding on. After the lights go out and the music fades away, I'm still dancing with your ghost and memories you made. I smile when people look, then break when they look away. After the lights go out, I still wish that you would stay. Your jacket hangs beside the bed, like something you forgot instead. But I know you're not coming back, no matter how I trace your tracks. The city sleeps beneath the rain while I replay us once again, searching every passing sound for a love that can't be found. And I know the story reached its end, but my heart won't let it bend. After the lights go out and the music fades away, I'm still dancing with your ghost and the memories you made. I smile when people look, then break when they look away. After the lights go out, I still wish that you would stay. Maybe someday the ache will disappear. Maybe someday your voice won't fill my ears. But tonight you're everywhere I see, and every lonely piece of me. After the lights go out and the world is sleeping deep, I'm still holding on to moments that I was meant to keep. The stars above don't know how much I wanted you to stay. After the lights go out, you still take my breath away. The room is finally quiet now, but somehow you're still here. I watch the city from my window, counting all the distant lights. Everyone was chasing something while I was hiding from the night. I built a world inside my head where nothing ever fell apart. But dreams can turn to shadows when reality gets dark. And every time I lose my way, I hear your voice inside the noise. If you stay awake with me through the silence and the storms, when the stars forget to shine, you'll remind me what they're for. When I'm drowning in my thoughts and the waves are pulling deep, if you stay awake with me, I know I'll make it disappear, like a light beyond the distance, calling me back here. And every fear I try to hide feels smaller standing by your side. If you stay awake with me through the silence and the storms, when the stars forget to shine, you'll remind me what they're for. When I'm drowning in my thoughts and the waves are pulling deep, if you stay awake with me, I know I'll make it through the dark. Maybe I don't need to know where every broken road will go. Maybe all I really need is someone who believes in me. When the world feels far away, you're the reason that I stay. If you stay awake with me when the night is cold and long, I can face the things I fear. I can finally move along when the shadows pull me down and I feel too weak to speak. If you stay awake with me, I know I'll find the strength I need. The city fades into the morning and the darkness starts to leave. You're the voice that keeps me breathing when I forget how to believe. I still know the way you laugh, like it's written in the walls. Every little memory still answers when it calls. I tell myself you're somewhere, living dreams we used to share. But every night I close my eyes, somehow you're still there. I should've let you know before you slipped away. Now all these words are trapped inside with nowhere left to stay. I never said goodbye, I never said the things I meant. I never told you how you were the best part of my life. Now your shadow fills the room and your name lives in my mind. I never said goodbye, and that's what hurts tonight. Photographs are fading, but the feeling never leaves. I still reach across the bed in moments I don't mean. Everybody says that time will heal the pain, but time just teaches lonely hearts how to hide the rain. I hear your voice sometimes in songs upon the air, and for a second I believe that you are standing there. I never said goodbye, I never said the things I meant. I never told you how you were the best part of my life. Now your shadow fills the room and your name lives in my mind. I never say goodbye, and that's what One last time before you became a memory. Now the moonlight paints your face across the silence of the night. I never said goodbye, and I still love you tonight. The world keeps moving on, but my heart stays where you are. I never said goodbye, and now you're written in the stars. The city's sleeping outside while I'm counting cracks in the ceiling. Every thought gets louder now when there's nobody to hear them. The clock keeps moving forward, but my heart stays in one place. I've been trying to hide the hurt written all across my face. I don't need the answers tonight, I just don't wanna be alone. Stay until the morning, stay a little while. Tell me that the darkness won't last forever now. When the shadows start to whisper and the silence feels too strong, stay until the morning, help me hold on. Help me hold on. I've been carrying these feelings like stones inside my chest, smiling through the conversations, pretending I'm my best. But the truth is getting heavy, and the night feels cold and long. I keep searching for a reason to believe that I belong. I don't need a perfect life, I just need a little light. Stay until the morning, stay a little while. Tell me that the darkness won't last forever now. When the shadows start to whisper and the silence feels too strong, stay until the morning, help me hold on. Help me hold on. Maybe the sunrise will paint the sky in gold. Maybe these broken pieces can still become a whole. Maybe tomorrow will be kinder than today. If I can make it through the night, maybe I'll find my way. Stay until the morning, stay and watch the dawn. Every tiny color reminds me to go on. When the world begins to wake and the stars have all moved on, stay until the morning, help me stay strong. The city's waking outside, and the light is reaching through. For the first time in a long while, I believe I'll make it through. message with one word replies. You look right through me like I'm not in your eyes. You say you're busy lately, you got too much on your mind, but somehow you've got time for everybody else online. And maybe I'm dramatic, maybe I'm confused, but every excuse you give feels a little overused. Tell me it's not me. Tell me there's another reason. Tell me you're chasing dreams or leaving for another city. Tell me anything at all that makes this hurt less honestly. I'd rather blame the universe than think you just don't want me. Tell me it's not me. My friends all say forget you, that I deserve someone new, but every time I hear your name I still come back to you. And maybe I'm ridiculous, holding on to hope, but letting go of someone is harder than they know. Tell me it's not me. Tell me there's another reason. Tell me you're scared of love, or scared of what you're feeling. Tell me anything at all that makes this easier to breathe. I'd rather hear 1,000 lies than know the truth about me. Tell me it's not me. Tell me it's not me. Maybe we're just strangers who met at the wrong time. Maybe all the chemistry only lived inside my mind. Maybe I built a story that was never really there, but it's hard to stop believing when I still care. Tell me it's not me, even if I know the answer, even if the silence says more than words can ever. Tell me one last little lie before you disappear completely. I'd rather blame the stars tonight than think you never needed me. Tell me it's not me. You don't have to explain it, I already understand. Sometimes hearts just lose feelings, no matter what we planned. I saw your picture yesterday, buried underneath old messages. Funny how a single glance can open up forgotten places. The coffee's cold beside my bed, the television fills the room, but every voice just sounds like noise when all I hear is you. I wonder if I miss your heart or just the way you made me feel. Sometimes memories wear makeup and make the past look real. Maybe I keep holding on to someone who no longer exists, a version frozen in my mind that reality can't match. Maybe you're somebody I invented, a story that I wanted to believe. Maybe I painted all the colors that were never really there to see. Maybe I fell in love with the spaces in between, and now I'm missing somebody who only lived inside my dreams. The city every window hides a life. Everybody's moving forward while I'm replaying old goodbyes. I know I should stop wondering about the roads we didn't take, but lonely hearts are experts at repeating old mistakes. Maybe you're somebody I invented, a story that I wanted to believe. Maybe I painted all the colors that were never really there to see. Maybe I fell in love with the spaces in between, and now I'm missing somebody who only lived inside my dreams. Sometimes healing feels like losing, even when it's what you need. Sometimes letting go is harder than holding on to memories. And maybe one day I'll look back without the weight inside my chest, knowing what we had was beautiful, even if it wasn't meant to last. Maybe you're somebody I invented, but you still visit every now and then, like a song I haven't heard for years, playing softly in my head. Maybe love leaves echoes long after it leaves the room. Maybe that's the reason I'm still writing songs for you. The coffee's cold beside my bed, the morning's almost here, and for the first time in a while, your memory feels less near. The apartment's quiet now, just the glow of a screen, playing shows I've watched before, trying not to think too deep. The city's moving somewhere outside my window pane, but I'm frozen in this moment, calling out your name. Funny how the smallest things can bring a memory back. A song inside a grocery store, a photograph I never packed. Everybody says move on, like it's easy to forget, but some people leave fingerprints on every place they've been. There's only static in the dark where your voice used to be, and every channel that I change just leads me back to memories. I thought time would make it easier, but it only made me see how much of who I am now still belongs to what we used to be. The seasons keep on changing, the world keeps spinning round, but some nights I still listen for footsteps that won't come around. I wonder if you think of me the way I think of you, or if I'm just another chapter in a story you outgrew. There's only static in the dark where your voice used to be, and every channel that I change just leads me back to memories. I thought time would make it easier, but it only made me see how much of who I am now still belongs to what we used to be. Maybe that's the hardest carrying your shadow into every place I leave. Maybe healing isn't forgetting, maybe it's learning how to breathe with the echoes of a love that never really leaves. There's only static in the dark, but the silence doesn't scare me now. Every memory still hurts a little, yet somehow I've learned how to hold the good beside the pain without wishing it would leave. Because loving you changed everything, even if you couldn't stay with me. The apartment's quiet now, the screen is faded blue, and somewhere in the distance I finally stopped chasing you. I used to wait by the phone, like every ring could change my life. You always knew when I was weak, and somehow made it feel alright. I gave you every honest piece of who I was and who I'd be. But somewhere in the noise I lost the better part of me. And now I see the things I couldn't see before. I still remember how it felt to believe in every word you said. I built a home inside your heart, but ended up alone instead. And even though it hurt to leave, I know it's what I had to do. I'm finally learning how to breathe without depending on you. Depending on you. The silence doesn't scare me now. I wear it like a second skin. No more wondering where you are, or if you'll ever call again. The nights are getting easier, the memories don't cut as deep, and every step away from you feels closer to who I should be. And now I know some doors are meant to close. I spent too long apologizing for things that weren't my fault. Spent too many sleepless nights trying to be what you wanted. But I'm done changing, done breaking, done carrying your weight. I'm better without your shadow, better without your voice, better without the endless games that made me lose my choice. You said you'd never hurt me, then left scars I couldn't hide. Now I'm stronger than I've ever been with you out of my life. I'm better without your shadow. I finally found my light. You don't get to take it from me, not tonight. You can keep the promises you never meant to keep. You can keep the memories that never belonged to me. I won't be the girl who waits around anymore. I'm better without your shadow, better than I've ever losing you set me free. I used to think I knew the answer to every question in my mind. I used to chase the distant skyline, certain I'd know it when I arrived. But every road keeps turning into places I don't know, and every version of tomorrow feels farther than before. Sometimes I wonder if I'm becoming who I'm meant to be. Where do broken dreams go when nobody's watching? Do they fade into the clouds or wait for us to find them? I've spent so many years trying to be somebody. Now I'm standing in the mirror asking who that could be. Where do broken dreams go? The seasons keep on changing, and somehow so do I. The girl I was a year ago feels like a stranger passing by. Maybe growing up is learning that certainty can disappear, and finding little pieces of yourself from year to year. Sometimes I wonder if getting lost is part of finding home. Where do broken dreams go when nobody's watching? Do they drift among the stars, still quietly shining? I've spent so many nights searching for a reason. Now I'm learning every answer has its own season. Where do broken dreams go? Maybe they become the lessons we carry through the years. Maybe they become the courage hidden underneath our fears. Maybe every closed door leads us where we need to be, even when the path ahead is something we can't see. Where do broken dreams go when the story keeps unfolding? Maybe they become the wings that keep our hearts from folding. I've spent so much time trying to know everything. Now I'm learning life's a question, and that's a beautiful thing. Where do broken dreams go? Maybe they become me. The morning light is rising through the window, softly golden. For the first time in a while, I don't need to know. I learned your favorite songs before you even asked me to. Memorize the way you smiled when the sky was turning blue. I stayed through every storm, held the pieces when you broke, built a home around your heart while mine was hanging by a rope. And maybe that's the part that hurts the most. I gave you everything, every late night conversation, every secret, every dream, every ounce of my patience. I gave you everything, and somehow it still wasn't enough. Now I'm standing in the silence, wondering what I was made of. You said forever easily, like it was just another word, but forever disappeared the moment things got hard. I kept waiting for a sign that you'd fight the way I did, but I was carrying the weight of a love you never lived. And maybe that's the truth I tried too hard to ignore. I gave you everything, every sleepless night and morning, every part of who I was, even when it left me hurting. I gave you everything and watched it slip right through my hands. Now I'm learning how to heal without needing to understand. I don't hate you, I just hate how long I stayed, trying to save something you were willing to let fade. I kept losing pieces of myself, trying to keep you close. And now I finally know I gave you everything, but I'm not giving you my future. Not another second more, not another tear to lose here. I gave you everything, and that's exactly why I'm free. 'Cause if I could love that deeply, imagine what I'll be when I finally choose myself, when I stop looking behind. I gave you everything, but now the rest of me is mine. You took a chapter of my story, not the ending of my life. And for the first time, I believe I'll be